Welcome to the show, everybody. It's another live production. It's BSing with Tokes. You know the routine. We're just in here doing some craziness, and we got my bestie Tommy in the building. What's up, Tommy?
What's going on? What's up?
Oh man, get that mic right up to your mouth. I'm sorry, dude. We didn't even go through any sound checks or anything. So I'm kind of looking at things right now to make sure everything's good. It looks good. It looks like we're good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man.
It's great to have you, man.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. Nice setup.
Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. It's to get the best out of that mic, you're gonna be the first one. I guarantee it. You're just gonna have to talk about as close as I am to mine right here.
Pretty cool.
That is the way to go, because otherwise people are gonna be. They talk about it all the time. They're like, "Hey, man, just tell them to turn it up. Get ready." I was like, "I do. I tell them, but man, that not too many people do it." So, but we have Corona Ritas today, ladies and gentlemen, and cheers, my friend, because it is his first time having a Corona Rita. And what I've learned lately, the reason we have done this today, is there are too many people that don't know about the Corona Rita, and it's a lovely concoction. It's 2 ounces of tequila, half ounce of triple sec, and a Corona bottle that goes on top with the margarita mix. It's a very simple deal with some lime. And we wanted to go ahead and give it a shot right now. And let me see what it is.
First of all, I just want to say that
Talk to me.
The most impressive thing out of the whole drink was the whole way he did it, like the whole routine. We got to get that on the video.
Yeah. He did. He was taking that. We can make that happen. We could definitely edit that in there.
My man was a little bougie with it, but yeah.
It is a little much. It is a little much, but it's all necessary, right? Because you had the beer, but you don't think that the beer would work with the margarita.
So use a straw, right?
Yeah, go for it, man. The straw's the best way because you're getting down where the beer's seeping into it, and you get a mix of it.
It's good, man.
Is it good?
It's like you're at the pool or something.
Makes you want to go to the pool. Let's go. Get a little salt. You got to do a little bit extra for it. You know, the licking of the salt and the going down on it. There's a lot of you got to be strong in your sexuality and your manhood and just go for it. But I am, thankfully, and so I enjoy this drink a great deal. And I'm glad you do too, man. Sweet. Yeah. So, how you been, man? How's life?
Man, everything's good, man.
Yeah?
Wife, kids good, getting big.
Awesome. That's beautiful. We only got one lighter, so let's not lose this. You know, it doesn't take long for that to kick in. It's really, you don't think that a Corona and margarita would go together, but I've known about this thing for almost a decade now when Chappie taught me about it at a Gator game, and I was hooked since then. I said, this is good. And I usually do it with Mexican food. Go to Mexican restaurants and stuff, always get a Corona Rita with my Mexican food now. It's like beer and chicken wings. You got to have it.
So that's what everybody has with the Corona in it. Is it the margarita?
Yep.
I seen that like at Don Julio's and stuff.
Yep. And it just doesn't look like it would be a good concoction, but it really is. It's amazing, and everybody, it's undefeated, man. Mm-hmm. As soon as people try it, they're like, "Damn, man, that's some really good shit." So anyway, cheers, my brother. So let's talk about life, man. How are things besides the family, man? What do you think about all this stuff going on in the world today? You know what we were talking about in our personal life and the church thing? Mm-hmm. That was interesting. I would like to kind of rehash that conversation a little bit, because that was a really good conversation that we could have easily. There's been actually several conversations me and Tommy talk about all the time that we're just like, yeah, we should come on one time and let's let it rip, man. But the church thing was really interesting because I see a lot of that today in the everyday life is people. I'll give you a for instance. It just happened. I'm on a because I click on anything Tim Tebow, so I'm in a Tebow group on the internet.
I love Tim Tebow.
So I see these people posting, and I don't do anything. Like I never even really interact at all. But I scroll and I'm seeing this shit, and they're like knocking on they said something about if you're a Ford truck, you can't put a Chevy logo on it and it be still a Ford. Right. If you go, your body's your body, your parts are your parts. It was made the way it was. You get to where I'm saying. So, and then it turned, and I read the comments, you know, because I'm just curious. And they start becoming hateful, man, to the point where it's like, what are you trying to accomplish here? You know, look, whatever you want to say about the trans community or whatever, they're not your fucking problem. They're not the ones that are fucking up the world right now. And they're being used as a distraction tool, just like black people were. They get used as pawns to keep us from fighting over our real problems that we have today, and understanding things and identifying them as a class structure like it is, and how it is just ruining populations, man, entire populations. Like the Uhuru movement, dude, they just indicted those people. There's four people are getting indicted. They got raided like during the summertime in St. Pete over in Tampa. And they got raided by the FBI because they're a part of this socialist group. And this is what they do, right? The Uhuru, I even got notes on this just so I can remember. Uhuru, they've been around many decades, and they go around and ask white people for reparations to donate to the black community so they can use the reparations to create services in the black community, such as farmers markets, services for pregnant women, access to health care, that shit. So they were raided by the FBI, and they had flash grenades, boom, boom. And this guy's Omali Shatella is 81 years old. He's just an old black guy. And he's really sharp, by the way. And they're not doing anything. So the problem is because they're communicating, or they have a different, they have, the real thing they're scared of is that these people are organizing in their community and they're doing favors for people, and that's bringing them together, and it's making those people listen to what they have to say, and it's making sense, and that's dangerous for the people in charge of America, because we are trying to manipulate as many people as we can right now in order to just keep the fucking peace, because it's a lot easier to lie to people than it is to kill them all. So
I mean, the agenda, I guess, is to keep us sheep. I mean,
right.
I mean,
absolutely.
We've been talking about a bunch of stuff, like even to the point, the food that we eat, you know, and
yeah,
there was I live in north of Orlando, a little town called Cassia, Florida, and there was a community of people of Cassia Farms. Like a certain lady was into dairy. She had a couple of cows. She was milking her cows, her goats. She had milk from goats. And a bunch of lady had a bunch of chickens, like a nursery of chickens, and she had a bunch of eggs. Anyways, basically it was like a community of people who were like trading products to each other so that everybody can have a little bit of something. And collectively, you know, they would save a lot of money from shopping at the grocery store.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
But I guess they did it for so long, and it started growing and started getting big. Where what is it? The Department of Agriculture, the government department that overlooks the food and produce that we get, actually shut that down. I mean, they talked about stories where these guys were like pouring out like brand new milk, like it didn't have like labels on it or whatever, and these are like private neighbors. Like they're not, you know, like they're not going to Publix and trying to sell it at the store. This is like neighbors helping each other out. This is like a community. It's not leaving that community, but they had a problem with it, I guess. I don't know. It was weird.
And when these people aren't making enough money at work, they're just trying to help each other fucking eat. Now what we see in America is a lot of food deserts popping up everywhere. Yep. So now we have these places where you can go miles and miles and miles without any produce or any real place to get, you know, some good food. You're literally shopping at you're eating your dinners at McDonald's or Dollar General and shit, or a gas station or whatever, or you'll be lucky to get a Wawa somewhere or something. Crazy. And it is crazy, man. It's And that leads to health care bills because they get sick because they're just eating garbage. So they don't have a regular diet of anything, no produce in your diet. It's not hard to tell where that's going to lead you. You're going to be racking up doctor bills. And that's why we're also, no other developed country lets their population go bankrupt over medical expenses. And we do. And there's no excuse, man. There's no excuse. You can lie to us all you want, but we know the people today are weak because it's like, you can't just pray about it. It's not weak to pray. I encourage that. Go do your thing. That's great. That's great that you celebrate good things, but don't just pray.
Right.
Don't just pray. And these things are really happening. And for your focus to be on a trans person the whole damn time, when all these things are happening right around you, real things that you can actually have an impact on, I think that, it's just crazy how they would focus on that. They are hyper focused on that. Right. And that tells me that there's a real, something bit major going on as far as a mind control type of thing. It's amazing, man. And, because I don't say these people are bad. These people are good. But they're being led to believe that, I'm basically trying to tell them, hey, you're bullying people no matter how you look at it. If it's a sin, then let it be a sin, right, and let God deal with that. That's what that is, right? Okay. Well, then why are we posting things and just trying to make them feel like lesser people, man? Let's focus on the other things, man.
I think a lot of times they like to take a lot of passages, like we were talking about the Bible or whatever, and religious stuff. And a lot of the scripture that they take, they like to manipulate it to fit the agenda of the argument that they're trying to make, which is kind of annoying because anybody can say, oh, let me read this part for you. I think what God is trying to say right here is this. And it's like, okay. Like, who said that?
Yeah, how'd you get that from that? Yeah.
And then we're supposed to trust man. And how many times does men fail us? You know what I mean? And we're supposed to trust what you're saying? Like, no. So I feel like we're all capable of being translated. I think actually the Bible is actually quite literal. And there's not a lot of need for translation like where a lot of people actually try to do. I don't think there's a lot of need for that.
Right.
It's very quite straightforward.
Yeah. Just because your punk ass can't follow the law of it doesn't mean that it's a bad practice.
Or you want to manipulate to the point where you could use it in favor
and
where you
still get your money.
Still
get your money and still
and try to control people to fit your agenda. Oh,
absolutely.
Come to my temple, or we won't even call it a temple. We'll call it a church because the translation of the word church actually means a group of people who are followers of Christ or the bride of Christ. But how many times we think of the word church when we're actually thinking of a building? Okay. Because all the buildings that you drive around here are labeled church.
Right.
And it's all to like control people, you know what I mean?
Right. So church means what now?
Okay, so we people who believe in Jesus and Christ, they are considered the bride of Christ. Okay. The bride of Christ is considered the church. Okay. Right? So we can be anywhere. We could be right now. Me and you say we believe in Jesus. We are the church right here, right now. Okay. You know what I mean? We could be at a beach. Look how many people at the Buffalo Bills game when DeMar Hamlin, they were a bunch of people who were like just gathering 10 minutes before the incident happened. These are the people who were drinking beer, yelling at each other. This bigger rivalry person. And this guy falls dead on the field. And all of a sudden, everybody had the same feeling like, okay, it's a higher power. They all started praying. It was like nobody cared that they were cursing or they were drinking liquor and getting drunk. And like, the best of them came out right there. And God came to this world for all of us, all types of people. Correct. And the fact that they can demonstrate that God was still in them, all kinds of life. How many thousands of people were in that crowd, like just praying? How many of them actually go to church? Or to a temple on Sunday,
a sign of O.J. Simpson on top of the Buffalo Bills Stadium? Was that at Buffalo Bills Stadium?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but I know what your point is. I know what your point. You're making a good point.
Half of the Bills fans don't like O.J. and half of them do like O.J. So it's weird.
You're making a great point, actually, man. Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm going with it, man. It's like, guys, But that's us, right? That's America. We're identity people. We are more concerned with what we're perceived as rather than who we truly are. And that's a disease that comes from consumerism, that comes from this this advertisement of, hey man, you need this phone to be cool, you need this piece of clothing to be cool, you need this car to be cool, or you know, you're just might have a chance of not being accepted in our society because you're just, you know, not cool. And that's a disease, man, that gets you to a place of what you're seeing today where everybody's just shooting each other. Your material state, nobody has the right way to organize. They don't even know how to organize. They don't even know history enough to know that organizing is the right thing to do at this time. Yeah. And they're too busy also working themselves to death because they're getting brutally just killed by the system. Inflation prices and you know the rest. Man. And so as a result of all this, you know, we're not checking the scoreboard and we're not looking up and going, man, you know, what is causing all this shit? Because to us, the way the system operates, and which is why the suicide rate is outpacing the homicide rate, is how the system operates is because everybody's blaming themselves. Right. To pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That if I could have all of this, you can get it too. Look at all the people I've seen women by the pool. It's so sad. They'll be taking selfies. I'll get up to get a drink and then go back down and they're still taking selfies. And you're like, holy shit, she's still trying to get the right shot so she can feel like she fits in to a certain degree. And that's how important it is to these people to perceive like I belong with everybody else when all that shit is for the birds. Man.
Or they take the selfie and spend another 20 minutes touching it up with filters and all kinds
Absolutely.
of shit. It's crazy.
Absolutely. And it's sad, man. And it's like, dude, you're already beautiful in so many ways. You know, but that's what we're down to, and that's what porn is, right? I read it in a book, Chris Hedges, about the Empire of Illusions. The reason porn is what it is because of capitalism. It sells. Do the dirtiest thing, and thou shalt be rewarded. You know, we're gonna give you. You know, how many can you gangbang? How many loads can you fucking swallow? How dirty can you fucking be for the top dollar? Because we got you, and we're gonna, and then think about the social consequences of those relationships that get ruined from that. Think about the diseases, because those girls don't have health care, that they get from that shit, and they just get left out, kicked out to the curb, and they end up all on drugs, by the way, too. But we care about these people, and we care about mental illness and everything, and that's another thing about trans people. If you call them mentally ill, well, that's even fucking worse that you're bullying them.
Well, here's the thing, man. This is how I always saw it. And it's a system that we always have to fight from being born. If you're not a person that's born from a real rich family, like, you know, you got to be like a millionaire to not feel the same effects that we have to feel. But, like, we are like a product that's, like, everywhere around us, like the government, anything that can advertise, we're like the farm. Like, they're farming us, you know what I mean?
Correct.
We are the product. They keep you alive at the right time where you can work, and they could tax the shit out of you and take money to pay other people's Social Security, but they only make you able to afford the nastiest food that's going to kill you by the time it's your turn to get money back. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, I'm going to retire and I'm going to collect Social Security, but you've been freaking exposed to all kinds of healthy shit. Your diet, you can't afford to eat healthy. You're breathing all kinds of shit, chemicals.
Yeah, God knows what we're breathing, you know, or drinking in our tap water at this point. I'm with you.
So it's So the whole thing is we're farmed to make money. They're making money out of us. The whole point is to make money out of us from the day we're born, and that's how.
Yeah, and bleed us and then get rid of us because we're coming up to we're getting to see. Now it's getting dangerous, right? Because you double back to the Siruhu movement. The reason they arrested these guys and raided their house because they're trying to make a statement right now. And if you take another step back and you see that this is fucking dangerous, man, because now they're saying by their actions, what they have told you is, if you have an opinion other than the narrative of the State Department, and if it's if we don't like it, and you have any connections with anybody foreign related, then we're gonna come, and that's against our law. And we're gonna come and we're gonna indict you for 10 years and put you in prison for 10 years for that. So when we talk about freedom of speech and freedom of assembly, I mean, that's where you have to look at the control mechanisms and see how they're operating, see what the Patriot Act is, see when all these things came into, when they said they were fighting the war on terror, all of a sudden you have to protect national security at home, and we're getting surveilled more and all these things, and it's for a good reason and shit. It's like, at what point do you stop and question and say, hey, this is a lot? And as for, and by the way, we're catching you on a lot of this shit. You're not really doing what the hell you're telling us you're doing here. we should be a little bit worried here. But that's where people, they could talk all they want. You could say whatever you want. People have been praying forever. You're not the first people to pray. All right. That's great. But we got to do more.
Right.
We got to do more.
The whole thing, I want to just bring an interesting point. I was, somebody showed me something, and it was an interesting topic about abortion. And a bunch of people got a bunch of opinions on what other people are allowed to do with their own bodies and shit, or whatever.
I know.
I'm not going to talk about it. But,
yeah, exactly.
But
Tommy's like, I literally don't want to get into that.
You know what I mean? Like, even
oh, I know.
Even the Bible says that we have free will. So, you know what I mean? So even the Bible says that we have free will, but they want to use the Bible as and they want to use religion to control people. Even actually, as a matter of fact, Peter Ulrich and a bunch of other people back in the 1940s were the first ones to start bringing anti-abortion thing and tying that into religion, because prior to that, nobody in religion ever talked about anti-abortion or anything. And actually, there's an interesting story in the Bible in Numbers chapter 5 where a husband, he suspects his wife of cheating. And if he suspects his wife of cheating, he would take his wife to the high priest, and the high priest would make a potion. It was called the potion of, or the living waters that brings the curse. And basically he would mix certain minerals together, and it would say that her womb would contrast and she would bleed, and basically if you read the story in Numbers chapter 5, it describes her having a miscarriage. So if she cheated on the husband and she was pregnant, the whole story, newsflash, if the woman was pregnant, 99% of the time she was going to have an abortion right there, or she was going to lose the baby. And if she wasn't pregnant, then they would say she didn't cheat or whatever. But it was back in the day, people were real superstitious like that. And
right.
But there is a procedure in Numbers chapter 5 that really looks like abortion. So yeah. However you want to translate it, I mean, you make your own judgment, but read Numbers chapter 5.
Yeah. I mean, dude, and that is what it is, man. It's the people with the power make the truth. So that's where it's so important that we all put our heads together and figure out what really fucking happens when all this stuff goes down. And what you will learn is what I've been learning is, man, there's a lot of different stuff that happens. I'm just like blown away, man. I'm so blown away.
Yeah, dude.
But you can mention anything to these people, man, and they're in a state of shock, and they're traumatized too, man, because they're going through it, right? A lot of these people have already suffered that medical bill that bankrupted them, or have already been devastated by some fucked up thing that's happened. But it's like, how many trains do we got to have derail, and just because we're not upkeeping on the rails and monitoring and having the regular inspections on the trains and stuff, because we're cutting that. We cut that out of the budget. We save so these people could stay. That's the thing, right? All right. Conservatives, Republicans, they like to talk about taxes, which I'm with you. They tax is like 30 or 40% of our wages out of our check, and half of that goes to the fucking military. And so they're robbing us blind on our fucking taxes. and endangering our soldiers and our troops, putting them in danger all the time. And then our wages, right? So the average, there's like 90% of the jobs in this country are privatized. And of those privatized, the average worker works 2 hours for themselves, 2 to 3 hours for themselves, and the rest for their boss, the average worker. So that's how much surplus labor they're already taking out of our, say we make chairs for a living. We don't even get to keep a fucking chair. Right. You know what I mean? We don't even, yeah, man. We don't even get to keep a chair. We make you 100 chairs a day. You sell all these chairs, you know, and they say, yeah, you got a freedom to go to another company, go to get another country. But no, you're just free to go get exploited at another place. You're free to go sign a contract that's going to make sure that I'm exploited no matter what. And the next job is the same and the next job is the same. So they steal from you twice. They steal from you from your taxes. Then they steal from you from your surplus labor. Then they steal from you a third time. When the system crashes, which is what Marx is, it part of it is it describes the internal contradictions within the system. So it shows you how the banks keep crashing and stuff like that. So it shows you that, well, the third way they steal from you is because they steal the taxes out when the system crashes. So then they go in there again and they steal our shit and we still go in debt, 33 trillion. So all these people are worried and shit. And what they're not understanding is it's simple. It's a lot easier than you think. We don't have to change the world. We just have to change our economic system. That's all we have to do in our fucking government. Get them out and get a new people government. Get paid the same wages we get paid. Don't get these absurd fucking money. And there's ways to do it right. Yeah. But we're so propagandized to believe that there's no way to do it right. It's all corrupt. Yeah. This is the only way of life, and this is the best system we have, so just deal with it. And if we're gonna all die, then just die. And it's like, and then they call me a defeatist. And I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck you?
At the end of the day, that's what it is. You gotta put, somehow they gotta figure out a way to make the people first, right? Because right now the people ain't first. And you know how you can tell always when the people aren't first? Whenever there's a type of crisis, and the people who are in charge of that crisis are the people who benefit from it, like financially. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's when you know the people.
Your monopolies are just fucking just dancing on top of everything.
There's an energy crisis, and then the power company starts benefiting from it. Okay, then the people ain't first, and then there's a medical crisis somewhere, and then the medical companies are profiting, like booming in profit, you know, okay, then the people ain't first then. You know?
Right, it's right. Weird. And another thing about that, because you're right about the monopolies and everything, and they talk about this thing called greed. They always say greed. It's not greed. You have to understand this, because especially when you get to the monopoly phase, if I own a big company and you own a big company and they do the same fucking thing, and you and me have an opportunity to go exploit cheap labor in some foreign country, and there's only one of them opportunities there, and we both don't go for it, well, you're going to get it automatically. But the person that has the morals and is not greedy and just says, you know what, I'm not going to go exploit cheap labor. I'll be getting rid of American jobs. I'm not going to do that. That's not a good thing. I lose my business as a result because he's going to kill me, because he's going to exploit that cheap labor. He's going to exploit the fact that they don't have environmental health conditions, and they don't have occupational safety, and they don't have anything. And hell, they even exploit child labor. They have all, it's capitalism at its finest. At its finest. No wonder we don't let these other countries develop. Get your head in the game, fellas. Get your head in the game. It's real now, man. There's a lot of people out there talking about it already, and you know, it's time, man. It's time to start really getting your head in the game here, because it's going to happen regardless, right? The contradictions, the revolution, you don't have to advocate for it. You don't have to push for it. You don't have to hope for it. You don't have to do nothing. Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture, he said that based off the scientific contradictions of the system, which is true, why the banks keep crashing over and over forever since the Great Depression and on, is precisely the reason why the revolution is coming, because material conditions will break down to a point that there's so much suffering, so much poverty going on, which what you see everywhere, no matter how much they sugarcoat it. And then people don't have water and all kinds of shit. And then people rise up. So that's why organizing is very important, because you want to know what the hell you're going to do when that happens. Right. And you want to know how the system operates, and you want to know how to form your democracy, your people's democracy, based off the people from the past that have lived this history, that have wrote about it, that are theorists and all kinds of scholars, man. There's lots of good work on this shit. And it's sad. It's sad that these people feel so hopeless in this country, and all they do is say, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray. And it's like, yeah, do that. But come talk with me after that. Let's talk about this.
You know, also like, people are bounded in a temple every Sunday, you know what I mean? So it's like,
right,
we need to do work outside of your temple.
Correct.
On Sunday, you know what I mean?
Correct.
It's good to pray. That's all good fundamental stuff, and it's stuff that's always been around from forever, and it's always been good to have that.
Right.
And I believe in prayer and all that, but they say something, faith without works is dead. So basically, right, what's good is faith if you're not willing to work?
I like that one.
What I mean?
That's exactly what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
Faith without works is death.
Yeah. No, it's dead.
It's dead.
So your faith without work is dead. So
right,
what's good is your faith if you don't work?
So your faith is dead.
Yeah. You know
right. Right.
Right.
If you're not really struggling against injustices, then what the hell are you doing on Facebook talking about trans people when you could be out there helping something?
Right.
You're wasting time. If anything, you're just wasting time, you know? Mm-hmm. But yeah, and your faith is bullshit.
For real.
It's sad, man, because people are worth so much more, man. Mm-hmm. They're so much more, and they don't even believe in themselves anymore, and that's the other part, you know.
Well, maybe check this out. Maybe God has certain people who are the prayer warriors, and they're supposed to be in a temple every Sunday.
Absolutely, we need them,
but we need more people to step up to be like out here doing works. People going to DC, people willing to freaking stand with signs, people willing to like chant a lot of noise, people willing to like close their businesses down.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
People,
and that's
like, imagine, listen, check this out.
Yes.
If there was a movement, a hashtag, where somebody said, fuck you, I'm not going to work today. You know, and we'll put a date on there. We'll say, fuck you, I'm not going to work today, 11/11/2023. This year, on November 11, 2023, I'm not going to work today.
Put it in the future and say, unless these demands,
and then we'll say,
vote on demands.
And then we'll talk about
that's
what
why we have to organize,
our motive is. And what we can, I'm saying this is
You're right.
This is an idea. We can organize something like that, and you can say what your motive is and explain it, what it is to the people, and motivate the people.
Right.
And you know what it is, if you can get freaking 20 to 50,000 people, if this hashtag blows up, right? What if you can get hundreds of thousands of people to just say, fuck it, I'm not going to work today, all on the same day?
Then you have a general strike and you really have the power back.
Yeah, you understand?
You take back the power back at that moment.
Once people start feeling the effects of what they were able to do there, more people are going to catch on. But it's going to take a certain amount of people to have the balls enough to, well, we got to fucking do it first.
It takes a lot of organization.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part.
That's where it comes, where we're talking about faith without works is dead.
Right.
We don't have enough people who are willing to do the work. Everybody wants to say, oh, I'm just going to pray for it. And they got this little blanket of religion. The religion is like a little blanket of over them, and they think they're content with that. Okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
You're not doing shit, bro.
You know what we saw in Washington when we were up there? We seen really nice tents right in the city. So these people literally are just like, fuck it, probably sold the rest of what they had, what they had, and just bought a really nice tent. Nice. I mean, they were pretty big, dude. It was like the size of this room. There was a bunch of them like the size of this room, you know? Yeah, and I'm like, that's a pretty big fucking tent. So I'm like, so me and Mike was like, man, that's pretty crazy, you know? And, but it was sad. Because there were so many, man. I had a joint, and we were in right next to our hotel, and we were smoking outside. Mm-hmm. And there was this fucking homeless guy that was he was down like this, and it was cold, man. So I wanted to give him a joint. I had an extra joint. I was like, here, man. And he looked at it. He was like, huh? He came out because he was hiding under this fucking coat, you know? And he comes out, and he's like, it's this little white guy. And he goes, nah, I don't smoke. And I'm like, what? I just got denied by a homeless person. I was not expecting that joint to still be in my hand after I was, dude. I was like, you know. So anyway, I smoked my joint right next to him. I sat right next to him on the bench, and I was just like, I smoked my shit. Me and Mike just talked for a while and left. But the homeless people out there, excuse me, were just ridiculous, man. It was everywhere.
Oh, those tents were for homeless people? I thought you were talking about people who were going to protest, like staying overnight.
No. Those were the homeless people when we got there. We noticed it everywhere. I got pictures of it.
So
man.
They got a big homeless problem?
Huh?
They got a big homeless problem over there?
Dude, there's a big homeless problem in America, man.
Right.
And you know what else is fucked up that I just heard?
What?
They're talking about now coming off of paper currency. So having no paper currency is the ultimate control pool, because right now, as we speak, we have countries all around us that are sick of our sanctions, that are basically, we have so many sanctions right now. We have more than a quarter of the global population lives in countries that are targeted by U.S. sanctions. More than a quarter. So this is making countries organize against us, saying, hey, we need to fucking find another way around this U.S. dollar. This is a problem. And that's why people are de-dollarizing. It's because of our brutal, vicious sanctions that were starving mostly older people and younger people, because those are the people that are the most, delicate, basically. They're the most in question because they're old and young. Mm-hmm. If you don't have your medicine, your cancer medicine, or your what is insulin, you're gonna die. Mm-hmm. And they do, and they starve because we deprive them of food and medicine. That's what our sanctions do. And people will say, no, it's targeted at the government, not letting them trade with certain places. We're targeting the government. That's how they target the government. They starve the population. The population gets mad. They think it's coming from the government, so they attack the only thing they know. Mm-hmm. And that's where America's like, yeah, look at socialism. It never fucking works. And all these other brutal, messed up, manipulative things, that narratives that they put the spin on things. And at some point, I challenge you, put America on trial in your own mind, and watch how treasonous they become in every regard. It's fucking unbelievable. But nobody wants to do that because we've seen too many movies. We've fallen to love something that.
And the same rule don't apply to everybody. And that's what sucks.
Yeah.
The same rules. Anyways.
Well, they tie their identity to their country, which they shouldn't. You are a great person. That doesn't mean that you suck because your country has done bad things. That just means our leaders are doing bad things. That's all that means. And our system sucks. That's all that means. And that's the main takeaway I want you to understand, is it's the economic system that sucks. Mm-hmm. And it's bringing evil out of all these people. That's the main takeaway of this. It's not saying that, oh, fuck this and fuck that and fuck billionaires. No, man. Actually, we need the billionaires, because once we change the system to a working system, we're going to need those billionaires to invest in all these things, and we're going to keep it going, man. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. But look, it's neither here nor there. I'm just saying that we got to do more than pray. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying, man.
I'm with you.
I love you, man. It hurts, man, because I'm starting to actually believe in people a lot more than I ever did, which I'm not really getting good reasons to, because these people are really letting me down right now. But there are so many great people out there, man, and it's a shame that we're giving up on ourselves in order to please the oligarchs. And that's adorable. Fuck that. You're better than that. You're better than that. You deserve more than that. Everybody deserves more than that.
We all deserve to be rich.
That's right.
Shit.
We all deserve to be at the point where money's not really an issue, dude.
Right.
You're not hungry or nothing. You can eat what you want. Everything's of abundance. You have everything you guys need. So now you're tackling challenges, like real challenges, like, hey, man, how are we going to connect this, or solve this environmental problem, or do this? And, I mean, they're real structural things where you can be proud of, man, and jobs. That's the reason the suicide rate is so high right now, and they're not even reporting it, by the way. But it's because people are so miserable, man. Look at the job rate. I think it was like over half of the people with jobs are don't even know why their job exists. Like they don't even know, they don't think they're important and they have no relevance. And that hurts them whether they know it or not, dude. It's alienation, man. It makes you feel like you're just another cog in the machine and you're not really of worth, of any value. And that's what's really plaguing this society, man. So there are mechanical fixes that we can do, but we can't do it right now because we're under the oppression of this system that won't allow Republicans nor Democrats to do a goddamn thing because it's about the donors and it's not about the voters.
That's a good point about it's about the donors because this whole Epstein thing is all fucked up.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Not a single one of the motherfuckers
All
that
of them,
did that
all of them people on
have gone to jail.
Yeah, all them people
None
on
of
that
them.
list are all donors, and some of them are politicians. And
Good
that's why,
fucking point.
and that's why all of us aren't knowing any of the names. They're not gonna come out with no names.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
That's why I say again, the same rules don't apply to everybody.
And that's another thing that they'll zoom in on, right? And they'll say, oh, pedophiles. But they won't make a class analysis like I just made before that, saying how they're manipulating the population and all this shit. They're raping our population. You're right.
Yeah,
they're literally molesting our fucking children. Yeah.
Or
whoever it is.
Or what they do.
The Holy Grail is what they called his phone book.
Yeah, yo, check
The
this out.
Holy Grail.
The week of
Bill Clinton and Trump were on that plane.
Hey, you listen. The week of his trial, no, her trial. The lady.
I was looking for that lighter for 5 minutes.
What's the girl's name?
He was tucking it like, huh?
The girl's name?
Which one?
The
Sorry.
Epstein, the one that was being tried. Maxwell.
Oh, Giselle,
something Maxwell.
Elaine Maxwell.
Yeah, well, her trial was this week, or not this week. Man, I'm tripping.
Was it?
No, when they did the week they had her trial, they were coming out. Some guy named Andrew Tate was all over social media.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you know
that
what
guy's
I mean?
a clown.
Yeah, whatever. But he became the focus of everything.
Of course.
And then the day of
sounds like a CIA operation.
The day of the hearing of the Epstein thing of the Maxwell lady, and all the list was supposed to come out, and they were supposed to like announce all this shit. The dude, Andrew Tate, gets arrested, and everybody's focused.
That was the same time.
Same fucking day. Actually.
That was the same
It
time?
was the same day. Actually,
Same day?
Yes, and nobody was focused on.
And they're saying that the Andrew Tate thing because they said that he's a sexual predator too, right? Like he was doing something with kids. I don't remember exactly.
No, it was saying he was human trafficking, but it was all allegedly. It's
okay, so he's saying that, dude, I am fucking
they
innocent.
haven't indicted him yet, though.
So what if, dude, the same day?
Yeah, the dude gets arrested. It's like,
and did anybody know who?
It became like the main story.
I didn't even know who the fuck Andrew Tate was before that day. I
Instagram, that's all
I do
you
remember
see
that.
is his fucking.
But I did not know it was the
arrested.
same day that she was supposed to go through all that.
Or it happened all in the same time. I know it was like that was meant to be a distraction of the Maxwell case. Nobody wanted.
I bet she's not even serving time. I bet she's overseas somewhere.
I wonder.
She ain't here. You'd be seeing pictures, media be all over that shit. She is gone, son. She's a part of the club, man.
Yeah, you never.
She's in that club that George Carlin was telling you about. The club. It's a big club.
Yeah, you never seen no jail outfit or nothing coming out.
You got baby fuckers in that club, dude. I don't want to be in a club where baby fuckers are in. Look, it's. You want to talk about the devil, man?
For real.
You want to talk about the devil? And you don't want to do nothing but pray about it? We could do this. Man, start believing in yourself, people. There's going to be many people to suffer. You don't want to wait for some, whatever you're waiting for, the rapture, whatever. You don't want to wait for that while so many people suffer. If there's a possibility, we could do something about it and prevent all this suffering. People, it's that simple. Walk and chew bubble gum. Pray and do this too. I don't know. I'm done talking about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for harping on that, man.
No, that's cool.
Because I don't have anything wrong about religious people. I love them and I encourage them. I just wish they'd spread a little bit of that energy to other things, man. I would think that that's what the man that put you here, while you're still able-bodied and can do stuff, would want you also to do. I don't have to guess, really, to know that. Well, if there's people out here hurting, that's what your Bible preaches. It preaches to help fight against injustices.
Yeah.
So
heal people's hearts. I mean,
yeah.
You want to know something's crazy? If you look at a lot of times that Jesus, and he wasn't even a religious person. Like,
get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, there was a bunch of religious people in the Bible, and they would go to their temples on Sunday, and they actually criticized him. They were like, "Where's the Messiah? Where's this guy who calls himself the Son of God? How come he's not here worshiping with us on worship day or whatever?" And he was always hanging out with the, like the prostitutes and all the drunks and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, I didn't come here for you guys. I came for people. I came
to
for
help
the sick, the people who needed me. You know what I mean?" So even Jesus lived a way that it wasn't as religious, because let's call it, they can say that we go every Sunday to a place and they can say faithfully, but the real translation is religiously. And Jesus wasn't religious. If you look at it.
Wow.
In fact,
that's deep.
In fact, if you look at him inside of a temple, when you read the Bible, when you read anything that has to do with him inside of a temple, I'm calling it a temple, but obviously we know they call it church nowadays everywhere. But the correct term is a temple. He was never happy. There was a story when he was in there flipping tables. He didn't like the way they were doing things. People were selling stuff in there, and he was mad.
Charging interest.
Yeah. And then he talks about, how we're supposed to go out and make disciples of all the nations. He's telling us to go out. Go out there in the world and make disciples of all the nations.
Okay.
Right? And then he dies on the cross, and the temple cracks in the middle. He's like, this is finished, and then this big earthquake comes, and there's this big crack right down the middle of the temple. Come on, man, that's gotta mean something, right?
Yeah, dude. It means that we're doing it wrong right now. So that's exactly what it means. We make enough food to feed the world almost twice every day, and we throw away.
I do believe 2 or 3 people gathered in Jesus' name is always going to end up a good thing. But I just don't want to preach to people that that's the only way to be saved. If you don't,
well, look, dude,
if you didn't go every.
I look at it I take another step back and just say, look, dude, there's over 1 billion people now worldwide that are malnutritioned, that don't have enough food. They have no food. They're starving. A lot of those people, like I said, fucking 25% we're starving intentionally. So what kind of sick-ass system where you say you're going to help these people for humanitarian purposes, but you're intentionally starving innocent fucking people your goddamn self? Mm-hmm. So don't tell me what you're doing. Yeah, man. And God and democracy and capitalism? Right. Get out of here. The Manifest Destiny, look it up, 1848. We're going to spread democracy and capitalism all over the world. It's right after we committed and look, here's another thing those people could have done, right? And instead, I didn't tell them this or nothing. I actually didn't say anything. I just said it's rather sad you would behave this way, like bullies. But they could be looking into these reservations, how we still, it's ongoing genocide. That the brutality that we did to the Indians, it never stopped. Go look at these reservations and how these people live and don't have clean water and just fucking are just have the worst living conditions. In some of these places, I remember one, can't remember the name, but they got moved to so many places and they got the worst piece of land. It was the last most junkiest piece. And then they still moved them off of that one later on. Yeah. And just left them all to run. And nobody's fighting for that. Nobody's fighting for that. And that's the kind of shit where I'm like, guys, there's a bigger purpose, man. And while everybody's living so individualistic and I know it because I did it so many times. We all look for our own purpose. We go, what is the purpose of life? We all think about it. It all crosses our mind. But without a class analysis, you'll never think that your purpose coexists with everybody else's purpose. Mm-hmm. You will never have that. And that's the purpose of why they do this neoliberalism shit, the individualists will pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's to keep all of us separate and suicidal and thinking that we're not, worthy because I could have went to this school. I could have done something better. I could have done better. But dude, I'll give you an example. 5% unemployment is considered full employment in our system. You can look it up on Google. Google can't even lie to you about that. But if 5% unemployment is considered full employment, why is that? Because capitalism has never had full employment. It depends on an army of unreserved labor to wait so they could be desperate and hungry to take your shitty job for that shitty pay so they never have to raise the wage. That's why our minimum wage, look at what Bezos and all them people made. Look at how many billions they've made before 2009. And look at what our federal minimum wage hasn't gone up a penny. It's been at $7.25 since 2009. And since 2009, look at what Gates, Bezos, it's like trillions of fucking dollars that they've made. So, you know, just take a look at the scoreboard every once in a while and you'll be, you know, and then there is a thing we can do about it. It doesn't mean hate Bezos and all them. They're just capitalizing off what they know is the system, and they're doing everything that they should do. But we have to put the brakes on this shit and equalize the shit or risk losing it all, man. And that includes the environment and all these things. Look at Miami, dude. They say, and if you think that environmental change isn't real, environmental crisis, because that's what it is, isn't real. Look at what Miami was just the other day. It was just a simple rainstorm and the shit was underwater. Did you see that? You didn't see Fort Lauderdale? No. It was underwater, bro. Yeah. Cars were just all staggered out. They're fucking up to their windows, dude. They're just like, what do we do? What do we do? It's just a simple rainstorm, bro. All the way down the strip, dude. Saw a little drone footage of it. If I got it, I'm going to show it. But it goes right down the strip. And it shows the whole avenue, dude. They're all underwater. They're all underwater. And you go, how is all this underwater?
Why? Is it from the hurricane?
It was just a rainstorm. It was the other day. It was last week.
Yeah, but why is the water still high? Is it from back in the hurricane?
I don't know. It's water rot. It's fucking climate change, dude. It's a climate crisis, and they don't want you to know about this, but it's here, dude. We've been talking about it forever. So fucking, I don't know, man. But I'm not trying to buy property on the beach right now. You kidding me? Not even near it.
Yeah, especially this side.
Yeah.
The fish are dying. You seen that shit? All the dead fish.
Really?
It's called
Is it because of that seaweed shit?
Yeah, it's called red tide or something.
Yeah.
Like an algae or something.
All that seaweed's coming in too, man.
It eats up the oxygen in the water and they can't breathe. They like suffocate.
Dude, and we're losing a lot of coral reef to that same problem because the sun can't get to the coral reef with the algae over the top of it, and it's fucking up the whole shit, dude. And god damn, dude.
I want to know if they're coming up with something to fix that, because that's every year, bro. There's a lot of dead animals every year.
They're not, because that would be a public thing where they would have to take tax dollars and use it. And they don't use it for shit like that. They don't even use it for preventative shit. It's called disaster capitalism. They use it to respond to things so they can hire private companies to come in and do the work so they can profit from it. Crazy. It is fucking crazy. It's fucked up. So so that's why it's shitty too. On top of the lid, there's a mountain of shitty reasons, of cons of why, you know, and then you do pros for socialism, and there's a pile of great reasons. But this is another shitty reason. It's just, it creates problems it cannot solve, and there is no profit in prevention. So they do response. They'll wait for the fucking problem to happen. Sometimes they create the problem. Sometimes, you know, my boy that I can't say his name, but he's from New Orleans, and he said that a lot of people he know, when Katrina, the levees broke, heard a boom, and they've been wanting to build a bunch of private charter schools out there. And so much so they got homie on a quote. Who was it? I don't know his name right now, but he said that the French Quarter, they wanted to make it, there was too many black people that lived there, and it would be great if we could just, you know, do something. And I can't remember the exact quote. I'm paraphrasing all this shit. I'm butchering it, but it was something like that, dude. And it's just like, this is how they think. It's just, how do we make money, man? How do we make more? How do we make more? How do we make more? And now that we have AI in Wall Street, forget about it. If you thought Wall Street was rigged before, shit, they got AI in Wall Street now. It's gone, dude. Forget about it.
Do you think there should be like a max out number that somebody can reach? Like for example,
as far as having money?
Yeah, like nobody should be like a 300.
I used to think that.
Billionaire. You know what I mean?
I used to think that. but we can regulate the system to where it stops happening. We restructure the economy to make sure that the profits go to the public and to serve the public rather than the few, the private few. It also serves them, but it's much more rational. Yeah, because right now we're dealing with complete irrational shit.
Yeah, because like when you look at the rate of taxes that we pay at our class compared to guys like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, like the rate is ridiculously different. You know what I mean? Like our rate is so much bigger. Right. When you look at it, it's like, but they got all the money. They could afford to pay more. So
loopholes and everything. It's
crazy, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. They even got money back. Bezos got money back. It was like millions or something like that.
That's crazy.
It's gross is what it is. It's gross, man. When at the same time Bezos has people shitting in bags and pissing in fucking things trying to get to their jobs, and some of these people, from what I understood, worked on the far end of the warehouse. If you worked on the side that the bathrooms weren't on or whatever, and it took you longer during your break, you only had so long. They got reported. They got reprimanded. And these are real things, dude. I mean, that's just bullshit, dude. You're treating your people like that, like they're fucking just, and this is the things that we have to stand up for each other and say, no, man, that's wrong. And then that's why I shout out to Smalls for doing that, because he's the one that organized all those people and stood up against that shit and actually made something happen. But then they just started closing down places that were doing that. So if you organized and got people their raises or what, and won and demonstrated your shit and won, they could just close the fucking store, dude, and move it. This is the power. That's, hey, dude, this is dangerous, and these are the tactics that we have to identify and say and acknowledge and say, hey, man, this is dangerous, dude. When you have that much power, that we could just, that's why reforms are pointless. You could pull your teeth and scratch and claw and all this shit and get a fucking reform, which I encourage. You still have to do it, but when you get it, they just take it right back. They just take it right away from you. So
the rich get rich and the poor get poor.
Yeah, man.
It's fucked up.
It is fucked up. It's not even about the rich getting rich. It's that the rich standard of living doesn't go up at all. Yeah. Their standard of living is the same. It's just another digit in the bank for them. On the opposite side of that, you have people living under all the bridges in America. People stepping over these homeless people, good, not giving a fuck about the homeless people. You got propaganda on every fucking television telling you bullshit about your reasons of why you got to where you're going. And you got people shooting up every goddamn corner because they're just fucking at their end, and people blowing their brains out because they can't pay their fucking mortgage, and they can't look at their kid and understand why I can't fucking feed you. And I can't take it anymore. And that's real struggle. And that's reality. And these people want to talk about, radical. What radical is reality. Like Parenti said a long time ago. It's real. Radical is your fucking reality. You're just trying to keep us in la la land. Your reality is bullshit. And we deserve better as a population. Period.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Exclamation.
Especially since we do all the work, man. And that's the beauty of it, man. That's patting yourself on the back and saying you guys are worth more, man. That's real essential. That's real love, saying that, no, you do belong, man. You are a worthy worker, man. We appreciate your contribution to our society. We are telling you that you all deserve more. We deserve more. And we don't deserve everything that we're going through right now. We don't deserve trains derailing and then them just stop talking about it a month later when people are still breathing that in and it's still in their water and there's toxins. And they got away with a crime, by the way. They got away with a crime by having that trailer overloaded. Those train tracks were not maintained and maintenance properly. The inspections were not up to keep. They only had 2 workers on it when there was a lot of workers before. They've been filing away, taking away from the budget from the train. And it's bullshit. And those trains, for instance, should be owned by us. We should own those trains, not fucking these oligarchs that aren't going to upkeep it because they're trying to increase their investors. We would be, you and me would be like, no, fuck that. Yeah, I'll keep those. Those are good, precious community. We don't want those people to be safe. Those are very toxic chemicals that we can't even drive on the roadway because they're so toxic that they'll kill people if they get in a crash. And you know how many crashes happen on the road, so they choose to do it by train, but you're not going to maintain the tracks. You guys are fucking pathetic, man. And this is what your system is. It's not the people, it's the system, because you have to get profits to the investors. It's just the system. That's all it is. And it's evil. And it's time that you acknowledge that shit and start, you know, realizing that we're having a real look at all these little companies. They deregulate, right? So if you own a little company and you have some toxic shit, maybe it's an oil company. You don't know how to get rid of your dirty oil. You know, how many of those are there? Lots. So you got your little oil company and you're like, fuck, I don't know how to get my dirty oil. And the government says, don't worry, we're deregulating. Do it however you want. And you go, oh, really? Okay. God knows where you put that oil. But at the same time, dude, that's poisoning people. It's poisoning our grounds. It's poisoning our shit, man. And there's so much of that going on everywhere. Think about all of the fucking deregulation and all the companies that are just dumping toxic shit in our river streams and fucking all kinds of dirty shit. And this is why the cancer rates are through the roofs, and we still don't have, causing medical bills, and still don't have any fucking way to help these fucking people. It's so brutal, man. It's evil on every single level. The coolest thing about Corona Ritas is you could pull it out now, and it's a refill. That's the best thing about Corona Ritas. But yeah, man, it's just time for us to look at the scoreboard, man.
Working class, man.
Yeah, I didn't mean to fucking ball hog all day, dude. You're coming back, obviously. Yeah. I'm so glad you're fucking here, man. I missed you, man. Yeah, this was a long time coming. We do have great conversations all the time. Yeah. But yeah, man, you know, you just gotta fucking look at the scoreboard and see.
Have you seen about all the food plants that are burning down and shit?
Yeah.
It was like in the hundreds. Like I didn't even realize.
Fuck, it's more than that, I think.
I didn't even realize it was that many. I saw like they were talking about.
I think it's even more than that, bro.
Egg processing plants and food plants, and I thought it was like maybe like a dozen across America, but no, we're talking about hundreds or what? It's thousands, man.
It might be. It might be several. I think it might be over 1,000. But so, I notice it. It's like meat plants and all kinds of shit.
So yeah, so in the middle of a pandemic and food plants are burning down, that shit's not good.
Yeah, and you know,
not pandemic, but you know, inflation. I meant.
Well, that's one of the contradictions of this system is artificial scarcity. It's like they have to eliminate products because if there's a surplus of it, the price goes down. But that means their profits go down because the price goes down, and they can't have that shit. So they'll eliminate good items and just destroy them to keep a scarcity, when really that should be a good thing, to have an abundance of something so you can fucking help people naturally. It's so irrational, man. Yeah. And it's just like, but talking to people, it's just like, guys, you guys don't understand. This stuff gets produced in a factory. It puts out toxic chemicals in the air to produce this shit. And then we just destroy it. The fuck are you guys? What drugs are you guys on? Give me some, because I don't want to know this anymore. I just want to.
It's crazy. It comes from every aspect. It comes from the church. It comes from the government. It comes from our food. So we're here. Like the mass population is there to be exploited. Basically, like we're here to be exploited. So I don't know, man.
No, you're right.
You need to buy land.
Yeah,
raise your own chicken.
We need to all buy land and just fucking sit there and hold down the fort until they spray us with an Apache helicopter.
But also, listen, I was talking about this about the imitation brands versus the real brands.
Bro, that's real stuff too.
So like it comes from, like I said, it comes from all angles. Everybody's trying to like exploit the mass population, right?
Yeah.
So did you know that a lot of the name brand products that we buy, like I'm trying to remember a couple of, like Doritos, for example. And then they got the imitation version of Doritos, and then Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. And then they had like this imitation of Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. So basically all the imitations, for the most part, the majority of imitation of the products are made by the original product by the same people. So they did so they did a research like, why are they making imitation of their own product? And basically, they know that there are a lifestyle of people who are willing to pay for more if they can psychologically make you think that the product is better. You will pay for it because you can afford to pay better. And the person who can't really afford to pay top dollar for the best, they're going to settle for less. But they're really actually getting the same product, but they're being marketed to the two different types of lifestyle by the same person. So they're making profit however they can.
Yep. They're controlling the whole market.
Yeah.
Every penny counts. And that's what,
they're exploiting us.
And back to what you were saying about your general, like everybody didn't go to work thing. That's exactly the point, right?
The great value.
The
great value mayonnaise is
that what it is?
It's Hyman's. It's Hyman's freaking mayonnaise, bro. Okay. It's great value. Walmart and Hyman's is like a $2 difference between the two products. Fuck that. I'll buy the great value then.
Right. And it tastes the same?
Yeah, it's the same maker. They make it for Walmart. So that
You really think it's the same thing?
Bro, there's
same exact thing.
You can Google all of them. It's online. There's like a bunch of I think Hyman's and Great Value, but Great Value, a lot of their Great Value products from Walmart are made from the original. So whatever they're selling, like if they're selling Great Value Pop-Tarts, was one of them. Pop-Tarts were made by Kellogg's Pop-Tarts for them. And they were selling them Great Value Pop-Tarts, like Walmart brand Pop-Tarts. But they're actually the Kellogg Pop-Tarts. It's crazy.
They control the market. So that's why things like this, you see what efforts are going through to control the market on both ends. So we're supplying the people that got money with the better cereal, so they think it's a better cereal because it costs more. So they're gonna buy the bougie cereal, and then they're gonna we got the poor people covered too. So we're gonna get their money too. The efforts.
What they do, they'll change the process. Like for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, if they put the cinnamon and then the sugar first, like for the imitation, they'll put the sugar and then the cinnamon first. They'll switch the process, but it's the same products and the ingredients. If you look up the ingredients, they're exactly the same word for word.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So every penny, every second matters for these companies. So that's why the general strike that you speak of means so much.
Oh, I just remembered the name. So General Mills cereal. A lot of General Mills cereal is imitated by Millville.
By which one?
By Millville.
Millville
cereals, right?
Okay.
So Millville is the imitation of the General Mills stuff, right?
Okay.
So if you look at the manufacturer, if you get a box of both Millville and General Mills, if you look at the location of where their plants it's the same address. It's the same fucking people making the cereal for the poor people and the rich people.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn, dude. And it's a couple bucks cheaper?
Yeah. And then basically they figured if they don't imitate it, somebody else will, so they might as well do it.
Or they got the patent on the intellectual property based off what they're selling. So since they have that, they're able to add a gram of sugar to it, call it a different patent under the same intellectual property design, and remarket it, rebrand it, and sell it to the poverty level people with more fucking sugar, so they hurry up and die faster.
Probably.
Yeah, because there's environmental racism and all that shit. If y'all don't know, I'm not bullshitting. Like redlining and all that stuff, the banks and didn't let people buy homes in certain areas. It's all real, man. And it's discrimination.
It could taste different.
We're a racist fucking society. that's what we were born on, man. That's exactly what it is.
And it could taste different. A lot of times people will say, "Oh, I noticed the difference between the fake and the real." But the whole point is the same motherfuckers that make it, and they'll switch something just so it could be different. Or as a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that one is not switched. That one's exactly the same. Yeah, we tested it in my house, and the Doritos too. That shit was the same too.
Doritos was the same too. Wow, same factory. There you go, folks. There you go. Because they probably make it for nothing. I imagine that shit is like pennies to make.
Right, you know how it is.
You sprinkle some fucking sugar on it and roll it in this machine. It makes it all up and it The machine does all the work.
It's
It's all profit, probably. There's probably no people that do it.
If you look at everything that's made in America, the actual cost to make something, like all these big companies are killing.
Well, I'm telling you, we were close to fuck, man, because we're gonna have bread lines as soon as like these robots start mowing lawns, for example. Like, you know how many people mow lawns as a job every day? When robots take that over, yo, you know, that's just one example. So we have to get serious, man, about these shits, because it's real, dude. This automation and all this AI and stuff. Yeah, and when that happens, you think they give a fuck about our feelings? You think they're gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, give them all a house and a life, and we got to make sure we got to change all this now. At the end, we got to change it all now just so we can save everybody when we didn't give a fuck all throughout and they just weren't paying attention. Yeah. Man, get your fucking head in the game. Get your head in the fucking game.
Yeah, L.I.O.N said it. He said that's the biggest threat to the people.
Right.
It's AI.
Yeah. Even he's telling you the truth because he knows we're already fucked, but we still got to fight. We still got to.
somebody who's building AI shit, you know?
Yeah. Facts, man. Facts. It's fucking great, man. Damn, bro. I just looked down. It's 111. I've been seeing sets of ones. You know that's a thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
When you see numbers in pairs like that, and like I see ones like that all the time, bro. You see the 111 down there? Well, I just turned, but
I always catch the time at 444, 444.
I see 444s a lot too. I see a lot of 444s. You could adjust it to where you want to sit, bro. You don't have to move up to it. Pull that bitch up to you. You do whatever you want, man. Yeah, man. I can't wait to have you back too, bro. You gotta come back, do a fucking show with us one of these times, a Major Line production, and give us your comments on stuff as I ramble.
I gotta be on here with Mike next time. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Big OGB.
OG.
Yeah, man. We love you, OGB. Old grumpy bastard. But yeah, bro. There's a lot of things going out in the world today. And then now we're gonna pick war with China, huh? War with China. Saying Chinese aggression. They're coming to get us, I guess, Tommy. They're everywhere.
The shit that's scary about that is that they be loading up on allies and shit. China.
Well, this is the thing you don't have to worry about, in my opinion, Tommy. And maybe you agree, maybe you'll disagree. China doesn't have to do anything. In fact, that's just it. America needs war. China needs to not have war. You've already seen their economic system grow. Last year, they did, we grew 1.6% and China grew 4.5% in the first quarter of 2022. And it's like, dude, we are only attacking them because they are doing business with the whole world now. I think they sold us in 2022. It was like 280 billion, 250 billion. It was something like that. And that's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's a lot that they sold to us, man. We depend on them. So it's stupid for us even to engage in that, which the oligarchs don't care because they need to hurt their economy via war. But they don't give a fuck because China, they sell us $280 billion worth of goods, and those are parts, those are food, that's clothes, it's all kinds of shit. And probably a lot of parts that would, operate food machines. So there would be famines and shit if we could not get these parts to operate these food machines to get the food to the people. And do you think these oligarchs would give a fuck at that point? Because you don't think they could already think about this? But yet we're pushing war with China. We want war with China. We're threatening that they have civil rights abuses and humanitarian abuses going on. You guys got to look into that shit, man, because that's serious, dude. 2023 World War III with China will not be something anybody wants, man.
Yeah, war with a country,
except for the oligarchs.
Like China, yeah, war with them would be.
It's
like everybody would feel the effects of that shit. Like we'll be feeling that. You remember when we first went to Iraq, how everything got.
Yeah,
with the jobs and everything.
Yeah, and how would it's just sad when. Back to what I was saying, China needs to not have war. They have been growing at a rapid pace for so long that and when's the last time they have been in conflict with anybody? And look at what America does in comparison, in contrast. So who the fucking aggressor is, and you don't have to question this shit. You just have to stand up against it and say, this is fucking wrong. And by the way, we're sending our men and women over there to fight this fucking war, and I don't want to do that. That's the main purpose. Is it's not that I'm anti-war. I love my troops, and I don't want to ever put out that message. I care about them. I don't want a war at all. I don't want them to go and be endangered. And I think that everybody should want that. I think that that's a universal thing. I think that should be everybody's opinion on the matter. But right now we're worried about trans beer cans. And that's the problem with the propaganda and the power of this shit. And all I want people to do is think, man. That's what I've been doing. I've been encouraging myself just to focus on that, right? Just think. Just keep reading, keep thinking. Keep engaging. Try not to be an absolutist about anything. Mm-hmm. Stay fluid, and stay real to your principles, because principles don't have, there's a gray area. Principles are fucking principles. And that's what you're talking about, but the interpretations and stuff. It's like, no, principles are principles. Don't give me your interpretation to this and all that shit. You know what's right and wrong. You're not trying to sell me on something.
And be open to learn, because...
Word.
Listen, I could go my whole life believing something is true until somebody proves me that the whole time I was thinking the wrong way.
And that's okay.
And it's okay, man.
It's okay.
We're all here to grow.
We're human. Yeah. Right. We're all here to grow. That's what, yeah, exactly.
It don't matter how old you get or where you go in life, there's always room to grow.
And that's what I was telling you before the show. That's the one thing about OGB, man. He is an inspiration to me, because at his age, he's still finding ways to grow. Mm-hmm. He's still finding ways to grow. And that is an inspiration to me, because it can be done. But you gotta care, you gotta get involved, and you gotta be in the game. And you gotta really give a shit about things. That doesn't mean you're a flat earther or a conspiracy theorist. Just means you're following all this stuff and you're pay attention to shit when it happens. Like, for instance, like, how many people still like think that, oh, he did have weapons of mass destruction or anthrax or something like that. Like, there's a lot of people that think that because they put that out there. There's these little news spins that put that shit out there. And then it changes over time. It changes history, bro. It literally transforms history, because you got a bunch of fucking people wherever they're fucking living, all over places, and they're talking this nonsense. They're like, yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, that's true. And it changes history. That's dangerous, man. It's dangerous in moments like this, where we're about to go to fucking World War III and threaten everything, and people don't know what the fuck is going on, and they're very reactionary because their material conditions are breaking down. So things like beating the Honda Civic next to me on I-4 is more important than, I mean, it's true. It's true. They little things become so much more important because you don't have anything to fight for. Those are people with their guns, your material conditions are breaking down. So my gun rights are everything, Man, they've been threatening to take away your gun since my mom was a fucking kid. So dude, it's the same fucking playbook. You fucking imbeciles. Just wake the fuck up, man.
Plus, when they wrote all these gun laws for us and the right to bear arms and all that stuff, you got to look at the type of guns that existed back then.
Right.
Compared to the type of guns that exist today.
Right. it's just so bad, man. I just want to. I wonder, how the fuck do you organize that many people? I suppose we're doing it here in some degree, but this is not an organization show, and I am not about the Uhuru movement, even though I am. But yeah. I mean, I support the Uhuru movement. Hey, guys, that's really important, by the way. That really is important, man. We should, before we get out of here, we should fucking say something about that. Because, well, I don't know. We can stay here for a while. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you want to do. It's Saturday, man. We got, I don't even know what time it is, but this is a good time. Damn, yeah. We could even take a break and come back, whatever. But the Uhuru movement is important because if they're really going to fucking lock these people up for 10 years just for having an opposing opinion, what's more authoritarian than that? Saying you better believe what we believe or you're going to suffer the ultimate consequences, and it's against the law? It's against the law? Why would you have to make an opposing opinion against the law if you were doing the right thing in the first place? That's what you should ask yourself. That's what I've been asking myself. And like I said, the day you decide to put your country on trial for a second, you're going to be having a lot of guilty verdicts. You're going to be coming away going, damn. You got to make sense of it, man, because we got time. We got time, and we got precious people's lives on the line. That's what matters, man. Look in your kids' eyes. Tell me that shit don't matter. Tell me that ain't everything. Your grandkids. Come on, man. Your neighbors. We got to start having a responsibility to our community just like our responsibility to ourselves. And that's why I love you, Tommy. You look and you're like, man, I've been a church boy my whole life, man. I've been doing this religious thing my whole life, And he started asking questions, and it's like wrong to ask questions, and he felt bad about that for a long time. And it's a real situation, man. It's a real situation. You shouldn't have to feel bad about anything. You should be able to, no wonder why so many people look in the mirror and can't identify what they're looking at. There's a lot of those people. I was one of those people for a long time. But I bet every single person in the room would have said, yeah, he's the most cockiest motherfucker. But I still didn't know who the fuck I was. Just because you're a popular, cocky motherfucker don't mean you know who you are. Yeah, right. Matter of fact, you're probably struggling to find out who you are. In your loneliest, darkest moments, you can find who you really are because all the noise is quiet. You can really search through identify your flaws and weaknesses and really work on those and be a better person every day. Just try to grow a little bit every day. Grow your consciousness. The consciousness of the person must forever grow. That was Kwame Ture. Stokely Carmichael. We're back, folks. We're back. Just had to take a break. I'm back from this regularly scheduled program. Thank you. We have no commercials because nobody will schedule anybody that is shitting on corporations. I don't imagine I'm ever going to get paid. I don't get paid by YouTube. That's another funny thing. People ask me that all the time. They're like, hey, man, you getting money? You getting money? I'm like, no, dude. They fucking won't monetize any of my shit ever, dude. No matter how many views I get, they're not trying to monetize this. They'll never do that. They don't even want. My numbers do some weird ass shit, dude. They go, I'll lose a bunch of likes all at once, and then I'll get a bunch too. Hold on a second. Let me make sure that shit's good. Make sure we're good stuff. But there's a lot of weird shit going on. Fuck everybody. I'm sorry. Well, nothing's really professional around here. That's the thing, We just kind of wing it and do our thing. But yeah, people ask me, "Oh, you getting paid? You getting paid?" I'm like, no, dude, I actually pay to put these things out, dude. I have to pay. That's why I've been taking it easy lately, and because I've been overworked like crazy, and I'm just trying to put out like besides I've made these shows, the BSings, what they're supposed to be for. We're just BSing, but then I'm taking my time with the other shows because why rush? You know, like why? What's the point? Fuck it. I'm gonna put out what I'm gonna put out. They're gonna turn me down anyway. They're gonna derank me in the algorithm like crazy. It just got exposed in Twitter that's what they do. They just shadow ban the fuck out of you and censor everything and make sure nobody knows about you unless you got. It's the reason why I bother everybody and send them the things because I have to. Mm-hmm. People still tell me, "Oh, dude, they took me off. They took the bell off or whatever. My notifications. They took this, they took that. They unsubscribed me." It happens, dude. So it's just the efforts that they go through kind of identify what the guilt too. Like it makes you guilty, right? Like why would you have to lie if you don't have nothing to lie about? Like if you're not doing anything wrong, why would you have to lie? Like that's where you have to start, right?
Right.
Kinda.
Yeah, you should make your own platform, man.
Make my own platform.
Your own YouTube.
You fucking Tokes tube.
Yeah, they'll assassinate your ass.
Yeah, they would, dude. They would. The dude from Cash App just got killed, I think.
For real?
Dude, I was hoping you might know.
Like the owner of Cash App?
Yeah, the creator. That's what I heard. I might be fucking that up. I think it just happened. I can find that out right now. I'm pretty sure people are yelling at the screen right now what the answer is. Like, you guys are dumb, man. Fucking. Did the owner of Cash App get killed? Bob Lee, founder of Cash App, dead after apparent stabbing attack in San Francisco.
Damn.
Bob Lee, the former chief technology officer of Square, who helped launch Cash App, has died after apparent stabbing. Said that twice. Said the same thing in different way. Bob Lee, huh?
I wonder who he was tied to.
Something. Somebody fucked up. Bob fucking had to go, I guess, dude. Somebody had to.
Bob Lee's net worth.
Yeah, that's a good one.
40 billion.
Damn, son. When did Cash App get invented?
When was Cash App invented? 2013.
40 billion in fucking 10 years ain't bad, kid. Ain't bad.
Not too shabby.
Wow, man. And that dude, now he's dead.
Yo, our job sent me to a place, and it was in front of this big, we had to do these cores on the asphalt, and it was like this real big mansion. And then I look at the gates of the mansion, and it says in real big letters, Salt Life. Right? Then I found out that was
Ron Johns.
Yeah, no, it's right. It's on Chiliota in East Orlando. So basically, the guy who came out with that slogan, Salt Life, put it on a bunch of bumper stickers. Like, he lives in Chiliota. He has
That's all it is a slogan, and he's rich like that?
He's rich off of 2 words. He put it on a bumper sticker, on shirts and shit. You've seen it everywhere. Salt Life, Salt Life, Salt Life. And he has a fucking mansion. The dude got rich off of it.
We need to start a porn one called Balls Life.
Metal gates in front of his house. The metal gates says Salt Life. Looks sick.
He's like, at least it looks sick.
It looks sick. Man.
Oh, 2 words, huh? 2 words. How about fuck off? That's incredible, bro. That is incredible. What's his net worth for Salt Life?
I don't even know his name.
Is that his hustle? Is he just creating fucking words?
The owner of the words Salt Life.
Net worth.
The words.
The owner of the word Salt Life net worth. Kind of a tongue twister.
The Salt Life brand. It gave me a bunch of stuff.
It didn't toast?
It's like a bunch of stuff to look through.
Oh, man. Salt Life. I got to know. Watch, this is how you ask them. You gotta be thorough. How much did the owner of the guy that created the phrase Salt Life, what's his net worth? Salt Life co-founder charged with killing 18-year-old claims search of hotel room. What?
What?
What the fuck? That's what happens when you give a guy that creates 2 words that much money. He fucking Salt Life co-founder charged with killing of 18-year-old claims search of hotel room was illegal. Holy shit. Michael Hudo was one of the co-founders of the prominent lifestyle Salt Life. Yo, anyway. Yeah, so, too much money. Now, dude, that's a thing, though.
Yeah.
People shouldn't have that much money, man.
Look what happened to all these young football players.
Yeah. When you have that much money, of course you think your dick is that big. When you have every color Ferrari and you're just doing all these things and you're stepping over homeless people on your way to work, of course you think that and you have a system that tells you that you're a god because of what you have created and all these other people and even God himself, because God and democracy and capitalism wants you to have all that money and you're just you're a man. Man, keep dreaming, dude. Keep dreaming. It's just amazing, you know, how much we'll buy. And that's kind of the craziness of it. It's like the transition from the things that we believe to the things that we should be believing is so dramatic. Right. Because we don't notice the subtle differences. We got short memories, dude. We don't really think back on anything and do any math about it because we just react, and that's it. It's all the thought we give it. And that is something that's possibly programmed.
Yeah, I heard somebody say something one time that was like, damn, that really makes sense. And is that most of people walk around life reacting to life rather to just living life. So most people are reacting to this life, not just living it.
Right.
That's pretty deep stuff.
It is deep stuff. It's facts, man. You look at everything and how it's playing out, and you see that you have a bunch of people that are just reacting to it like it's a show because everybody is so entertained that life becomes its own entertainment because it's so radical. When really you're just calling it reality, but it's pretty fascinating, my friend. Well, I guess we should wrap up, man, because I think we did a nice little bit here. Yeah. And we just wanted to come back on just to wrap up and say we love everybody and thank you for always doing this. And Tommy's first time, he popped his cherry, so we'll be having Tommy back. He's definitely going to be coming back all the time and stuff.
You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. But yeah, I guess we should say, or I should say, thank you to everybody out there in Lion World. If you're tuning into this, then we know that you must be thinking. You must be thinking. That's all. That's all you're thinking, and that's what matters. Yeah.
That's all, folks.
That's it.
Like it or not.
That's it. Like it or not. That's it. That's it, buddy. I ain't trying to get nobody kicking my door. All right, everybody. We out.